tonight's game was good for us because it was a hard game. The way it starts out, you think it's going to be maybe like the exhibition games, and they make a run, which is what college basketball is all about, and you can't really get away from them, and there's some game pressure on you, and I love that it wasn't easy for us, and some guys didn't play as well as they wanted to, and now it's some hard stuff happened. So again, we were extremely efficient offensively, that moved the ball again very well, and were defended well enough. Even though I thought we had some breakdowns, we defended well enough to get out of there. Still got to be better moving our feet on drivers. Still got to be better rebounding the ball.
What did you like seeing when there was game pressure on you? What did you like to say, hey, that was big? That was big.
Yeah, those three perimeter guys obviously have been through so many battles. They keep us poised. There was never any panic, and that's what you liked. I purposely didn't want to really call any timeouts. I wanted us to kind of play through that, and I thought Eric and Jaron and Pat kept us steadied. I thought Austin Burgett was a key tonight because it was hard to play two big guys, and he gave us a defensive guy on a smaller forward and really helped us, and he helped us move. It wasn't a night for two big guys, and Sunday could be like that too, or Sunday could be a night where all three of those big guys play a lot. So I think it was a good night for Austin to be. Especially early in the second half, we put him in there to defend, and I thought he delivered for us.
What did you see different about Jaron?
Yeah, he's practiced this way, Tom. He's practiced very confidently and came out, and he's shooting the ball with great confidence. And, when those three veteran perimeter guys start whipping the ball around, they really know how to play. And, they know each other because they played together so long. So it's the key theme with those three guys, for me, don't overcoach them. Don't overcoach those guys. Let those guys play a little bit. They figure out stuff. Eric Atkins has a great feel for our system. His suggestions are as good as any suggestion I get. And, tonight, that was one of those games where they had to be rock solid for us to get out of there.
Mike, you talked about not being able to play two big men. Is that your goal, to play the big men?
Depends. If it's a night where we can play them, we would. But if it's a night where there's a little bit more of a face-up four-man, really both their bigs were facing up and shooting Jays. The big kid to transfer from Michigan's a three-point shooter. But if we can't play that way, we can't play that way. And I think our guys, as I talked to them, are just going to have to be ready. It wasn't your night. Maybe it wasn't a night for the three big guys to get a big bite of the apple, but. Game to game, week to week, we got to keep them plugged in because it could happen at any time. The other thing is we can play some more zone. We kind of stuck with man-to-man most of the night, but we can always go zone with those big guys, and that's something we have to look at when we have matchup problems, to keep bigs on the floor.
Not being able to play those big guys as much as you or perhaps they would like to, did that contribute to some of the rebounding difficulties tonight, or was that a general issue?
Yeah, I don't mean, they only got, 7 offensive rebounds. It was, when you have the two bigs in there, even though I got on Sherman and Knight at halftime, they both played 11 minutes and they had 1 rebound between them. So if, one of the things I'm going to challenge our big guys, if we're going to play big, you got to rebound. So you got to get on the backboard for us. And so that was a little bit of the discussion at halftime. Zach gives us great energy. It's his first game back. He's trying so hard. He ties himself up in knots a little bit. But we obviously need his energy, and we'll just keep him going, and he will get back in there quickly in the first half on Sunday again.
That's just a small step for Zach.
Play
a little.
Yeah,
first half,
just let's get some minutes, and really in the second half, when that thing is a couple possession game, it's not a night to experiment with. Ooh, let's get Zach ready. We got to win the game. And we had to get out of there with a win now, but he'll get back in there. One of the things I mentioned too, I said, you know what, if you play well, you guys coming off the bench, if you play well in the first half, you're probably going to play in the second half. So play well in the first half. That's a great way to get minutes in the second half. Real simple.
Him being his first action of the year, was he perhaps a little too wound up?
Oh, yeah, he was fired. He was juiced up, but I love it. We're going to live with some of the mistakes he makes because they're mistakes of playing hard. I thought all our big guys dribbled the ball a little too much down in the post. We hadn't done that in practice, but all of a sudden tonight we experimented and we wanted to handle the rock in the post. So I was like, hey guys, don't put the ball on the floor down there. And Zach had that one turnover. But I love his energy's good. I mean, he's flying all over the place. His body's all over the place. We get that dunk that was blocked, and you may have a 20-point lead at halftime. That's how fragile the game is. But we just got to get him reps in practice again, and he will be right back in there in the first half. And I want to get him more minutes on Sunday.
When Eric has 5 rebounds, is that a good sign?
Well, that's a good sign. Yeah, that's a good. Anytime these guards can rebound, and I'm not surprised. Connaughton maybe has been our steadiest rebounder. I mean, he has got some big time rebounds. We just got to keep after those big guys to get on the board for us. And one of the things that could really determine playing time for those big guys is the best rebounder. The guy who's rebounding the best may be the guy who's on the floor the longest of the 3 of them, and that's the carrot to kind of keep them going.
Was it similar with Demetrius to Zach, where you wanted to get his feet wet?
Yeah.
Playing so well?
Yeah, and Demetrius was in there at key times, and I wanted him at the end of the game too. That's why I put him in, even with the last 3 minutes. I just wanted him to finish a game that was, we had it, but it wasn't a 30-point game. He had to make some decisions, but he's been great. I tell you what, he's such a student. He's such a willing teach me, and he's still too hard on himself, but what did he play? Played 13 tonight. He could play 24 on Sunday. And, my theme after, I didn't say a whole lot. I said 2 things, just what I said to you. I said, hard game. We had a hard game. Good. I said, and the last thing I'm going to say before we practice tomorrow is, if you didn't like how you played, play better, because you're going to get a shot again on Sunday. Now get the hell out of here. We'll practice tomorrow.
For 3 consecutive minutes in the first half, Eric was on the bench.
Yes.
Was that a little odd for you to see this team for that long without him?
Well, no, I mean, that's about my limit. That's usually when I start, breaking out in hives. But, I think Demetrius will get to a point where Eric can be on the bench longer. I really feel that, and we'll keep working with that. Again, when you look at those perimeter minutes, those guys were setting the tone for us tonight. Thanks, guys. See you Sunday.